Back to another episode of the Slack Adjusters. I am one half of the Slack Adjusters. We got Tim Motivates,
Sling V World,
and our special guest today, Mr. Chris Wick. What it do, Chris?
What's up?
That boy, hey, you know it's gonna be special when the boy clap for itself.
You always gotta give yourself that round of applause.
Exactly.
Come on,
You
now.
like yourself, who wouldn't like you?
You know what, man? A lot of people don't know this, but Chris is the third member of the Slack Adjusters. He helped us put all this together, man.
Yeah,
Finally
But-
got him on.
Big butt,
Big butt.
pause.
I know.
His bodybuilding career got in the way of him being an official Slack Adjuster. And I didn't understand it at first until I watched the Ronnie Coleman documentary. Did
Yeah,
you ever
buddy.
watch that recent Ronnie Coleman documentary?
No, what's talking about it?
Let's just say when you preparing for a show and you got all these things going on in your body, your brain don't function right.
Right.
Your body don't function right.
Mm.
It's a delicate balance. And when we was setting up for the Slack Adjusted podcast, Harrell was putting us through the ringer, boy. We didn't understand it. But
Yeah, man.
when I finally went to his show, the announcer said the announcer kept making these little jokes and stuff in between, like in the intermissions and stuff. He was like, "Hey, I know these guys put y'all through a lot, but it's all worth it now. You know, this is what we're here. This is what they've been preparing for." I like, damn, okay, I get it now. And Harrell, man, the dude got
Right.
robbed.
Right.
Harrell got robbed. Harrell should have won that show.
Mm.
And we're gonna put some clips here and there of your show, and some pictures.
Right.
But man, welcome to the show, Harrell.
Glad to be here, man.
Yeah. So
So-
we're gonna. This is like you're in the trucking space as well, as well as us, and but you know we want to kind of take this episode, do like fitness and trucking is kind of where we're angling this episode too,
Yep.
and yeah. So tell us a little bit about what you do as far as a truck driver.
Man,
Let's start there.
Yeah.
bro, shit. Right now, fleet owner.
Mm-hmm.
You know, got a few trucks, multiple trailers.
Mhm.
You know, just pretty much operating local Atlanta area, stuff like that.
Drive
man.
van?
Drive van, man.
Cool.
Drive van, where is that, man?
Mm-hmm.
Who
I know you flatbed guys, y'all hate on it. Y'all hate on it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, you gotta know how to move the drive van, fleet around, man.
Okay.
You know.
So it's still profitable to be in driving, in your
yeah.
opinion?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Only if you have a lot of trailers, man. You gotta have a lot of trailers. You can't depend on a few trailers in your fleet, man. You gotta have pretty much triple the amount. However many trucks you gotta have at least 4 trailers
Oh,
or
Lord.
whatever per truck.
So 3 trucks, you looking at 12 trailers?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
9, 12 trailers?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Between like 3 to 4 per truck. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That allows you to be able to drop and hook and move
Yeah,
around
man.
and
Yeah.
never be sitting still and stay
Yeah.
very versatile. I can agree.
Yeah.
I can see that being the case.
Hell yeah.
Even if you're primarily on a low board or you're rocking full time with customers or customer/low board, how's that look? A
Mix
mixture
of
of
both.
everything?
Mix of both.
Okay.
Well, I haven't been on the damn low board in forever.
Cool.
I don't even know what a low board look like.
Light flex. Light flex.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Shit.
That's awesome. And what's your what was a typical day in the trucking look like for you?
Man, typical day start at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning,
Mm.
and then sometimes it end at 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, you can't be afraid to keep that damn door closed, man. So,
Yeah.
but I do local, so you know we do all the same thing.
Yeah.
Local work, but I don't want to go ahead and I don't want to influence nobody to start doing local stuff. You know,
Why is that?
I don't want too many people in the area. I get out the way,
Yeah,
man.
stay over the road.
Yeah, I
out of
stay
our
over the
space.
road.
Yeah.
Hell
A
yeah.
lot of people local because they can appreciate the home time and staying. But they, in Atlanta, traffic's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Traffic is some people don't want to be around that traffic. They prefer to stretch it out.
Yeah.
Just nice, open it up, chill out, relax, shut down somewhere, come back and do it again.
the local stuff is tough though. That's what people don't like about it. It's tough.
You got to bust ass. So when did you get into the fitness game, man?
Man, I took it serious pretty much when I moved to New York, though. To be honest,
Yeah.
that's when I pretty much was influenced by a lot of people around me. You know, but you know, before that, you know, I always was into the thing going gym.
Yeah. LA Fitness just up there, crushing it.
Shit, man, more than LA Fitness up there, man.
I'm talking about here when you was here.
Oh yeah, when I was in Georgia. Yeah. That's all we had out here in Georgia at that time before I had moved.
You know, we used to work.
Just LA Fitness. That was it.
Yeah. It wasn't a million gyms back then, but back when we was, you know, we was all working in the yard at AAA Cooper. You know, I remember you started off as a scrawny ass dude, man, and you know,
look, just for year, it was like 2010. You talking about?
I don't remember, man. But you always had definition to your arms and stuff. But
I was in 2009. What year we got our CDL?
It was at the end. It was 2010, and I think you got on with FedEx Freight up there, right?
Yeah.
And you came back to visit us like a year or two later, and only thing we all noticed how diesel this dude was like. God damn, what the hell you been eating, man?
Yeah. Look, hey, still was able to walk the dock on a different company dock and shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harrell was born for this stuff, man. Just straight trucking nerd, man.
Ain't nobody stopped me from walking through the door at AAA, even though I worked at FedEx.
But look here, man. Most truckers, man, at the end of the day, we just want to go home, chill, maybe pop a beer,
bro,
get some food in our system. How are you able to keep the discipline to get out the truck and go to the gym?
Man, you
and everything else that goes on.
You gotta psych yourself up every damn day, man.
Psych yourself out?
Yeah, every day. You gotta tell yourself something different every day. Because every day is different. So, like, majority of the time, man, I'll tell myself, you know, let me go ahead and get a nice little peaceful little nap.
Yeah.
30 minutes to an hour, you know. But you gotta be able to wake yourself up. So if you can't wake yourself up, man, you're gonna dive in some food. You know, you're gonna watch a show on TV, and by the time you know it's gonna be 9 o'clock, and you don't have no time to work out at all. But so you just gotta prioritize things, man.
When you got up in New York, what was the main motivation to make you want to compete?
Man, well, I'm not gonna say compete, but I'm gonna tell you right now. Y'all remember we was busting our ass at AAA, working like 14 to 16-hour days, right?
Yeah.
Sure. When I got to New York and got with FedEx, I went from working 60 to 70 hours a week to working 40. You know. And
why? Why's that? What's the difference in New York?
Well, since I was a bottom driver, I was put on the 410s. So I was working 4 days a week.
Okay.
You know, off in the middle of the weekend, but it was only strictly 10 hours.
Okay.
No more than 10 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. Like that's how strict FedEx was. Nothing more than 10 hours.
Oh, because of overtime?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't want to pay you overtime. But
was the money good in New York? Like New York being New York is it good money? Can you make a good living up there?
It was a $2, probably like a $2.5, probably almost $3 difference per hour.
Now, what part of New York were you in?
Long Island.
Okay.
Strong Island.
And you was actually driving around in New York?
Man, Long Island is easy to drive. Man.
Huh?
It's easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
stay off the damn parkways. That's it.
Okay. What Atlanta suburb would you compare Long Island to?
I wouldn't say suburb, but I would say like the areas. Like if you were in Chamblee. Yeah, I would say mostly like Chamblee area.
That's a nice comparison.
Yeah,
because people are scared of
Stone Mountain areas.
Okay.
Yeah, like those pretty much the areas where everything is tighter
and industrial.
Yeah, hell yeah. But then when you get out east, like east of Suffolk County, it's mostly like Gwinnett County. You know, everything is wide open.
Yeah,
big warehouse. They had these special guys to go in those areas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've never been to New York.
Man, you gotta go, man.
Is it trashy up there? You been to New York before?
That's the first thing I noticed was
if
trash.
you like cities like New Orleans and Savannahs and
I like Savannah.
Yeah, if you like cities like that on the water, you'll love New York.
Really?
Yeah, but if you're not bougie or nothing, you'll love it.
Okay, I'm not.
Majority of the time, people from Atlanta don't like New York, man, because they say it's dirty.
Well, see, Georgia people don't like New York.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot different than back in the day when New York people didn't like Atlanta, and they used to shit on Atlanta.
Yeah.
In Georgia back in the day.
Shit. Everybody should know each other now, bro.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so like, how hard is it? So to being a trucker, and I want to dive into it a little bit because the image of a truck driver is a big guy. You know what I mean? A fat guy, out of shape guy, honey bun eating guy. You know, fat guy, out of shape guy, honey bun eating guy. You know, legs get big. You know, ever see them guys with the really fat legs and
They fat at the bottom, like
fat at the bottom.
got them cankles.
Oh my God, they turn blue.
Man.
You know, I mean, just rough looking, man.
Yeah.
Because you're
I see
trying to
that all
stay
the time.
awake, man. And I ain't gonna listen. Honey buns and energy drinks.
Gyms.
Oh my goodness.
But
Just trying to stay awake.
Man, I give props to those guys, man. I see the truck stop. They be trying to work out a little bit in between, you know, that 10-hour shift, man.
What guys?
Yeah, I see some people that
There might be a
sometimes,
couple.
yeah, it's like, you know, it's a few out there. It's like they'll be in the parking lot doing push-ups or whatever, you know. But other than that, man, everybody else will just sit in the
They
truck.
sit in the truck, look at you.
Yeah, they just sit in the truck.
Jump your
man.
ass out that truck and come rock with me.
Yeah, man. And that's all.
I was
takes,
always
man.
scared to do push-ups in it
A pissy ass truck parking lot.
because it's so.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I smell at most of these
Yes.
truck
The thing
stops
about it
is
was,
piss, man.
I guess that guy was smart because he was doing about a fuel island. So
Oh, that's
Yeah.
even worse.
Just even worse.
it's even worse, but it's better than piss.
Nah, so I've seen guys pissing the fuel island.
No, I'm talking about like about a few tanks where the tankers come in, put
Oh, okay.
yeah, connect the
Alright.
pipes
Look,
and everything,
man.
bro.
Either way, you know, I've
Get your
hell, I've
cardboard
got
box.
out of the truck at the truck stop and just walked laps around the truck
Yeah,
stop.
yeah, I've done that.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
I always kept resistance bands inside of my truck and you know, do stuff like that. But I ain't about to get out there and do no push-ups and calisthenics and all that.
You got a cardboard box or something.
Yeah,
let
you gotta
throw
do-
that down.
Yeah,
What's the secret to a good success in trucking when it comes to health
man.
and working out?
You know, that was probably like the biggest challenge, man, when I switched from being a company driver to being owner operator, man, was adjusting to the lifestyle.
Mm.
You know, it was bad at first, man, because I was going from let's say for steps, right? So working at FedEx, I would do like 14,000 steps a day, easy, you know, on an easy day. So a lot of people say, oh, you know, you have to do legs, you have to do cardio, because you do it all day. No, you still have to do you still have to train legs, you still have to do the cardio or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
But I went from doing that every day to probably less than 5,000 steps when I became owner operator because I wasn't getting out of the truck
As much,
as
right?
much, right? So the key to that is when you get to the shipper or the receiver, whatever you're doing, you got to use that time to go ahead and get out that damn truck and walk around the property, get some steps in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't want to do it. You don't want to do that shit. After driving 6 hours, you don't want to get out
You
the
wanna
truck.
sit down and relax a little
Yeah,
bit.
you want to sit there and go to sleep, but you got to use that time to go ahead and do something active.
All right, let's dive into the mind of Wicker. What do you say verbatim to get yourself out of that truck? Because I like to hear those kind of things.
Yeah.
What would you say specifically? I want to down to the letter, each word. Tell me, what do you specifically say to yourself? Get your goddamn ass out this truck and get to work. You sorry mother. I mean, tell me what you say.
And you got to pull out those pictures and say, man, I can't be a fat ass.
That's what you say.
You got to look back at it like, man, look, hey, I used to be this, but I could be better. You know?
Okay. I mean,
Yeah, could
that's
be
how you
better.
say it? That's
Oh,
what you-
yeah. Hell yeah, man.
A little
Yeah.
birdie told me that Harrell is fat phobic. We have a mutual,
That's a good way to do it.
we have a mutual friend that told me that all he sends Harrell on Instagram is pictures of fat people.
You get scared when you see that, don't you?
And Harrell just loves it. He laughs and you know that's their thing. You're like
Let me tell you though,
they're
man.
just fat phobic. Is it true you're fat phobic, Harrell?
Well, maybe.
You don't like fat people?
Hey,
Do they just discuss you?
they don't discuss me, but hey, it's more like a time, you know, you can look at them and you can tell, hey,
Why?
man, you lazy as fuck.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Do you talk to him a certain way? Do you talk to him like you would talk to
I
a person
wouldn't
that's in
respect-
shape?
I wouldn't respect a motherfucking fat ass. because here's the thing, right? Right? I've been 160 pounds before, right? And I've been a fat ass. right? I've been both. I've been a fat ass and I've been a skinny. So I can judge a guy who's skinny. I can tell a person who's skinny, oh, I can't gain weight. Well, you're not eating enough. You're training the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're not committed to anything. Same with a fat person. You're not training enough. You're not committed. You're not eating the right way.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, why you keep looking at me, Salim?
But, hey,
I feel attacked right now.
But here's the thing, right? So I would say, like, all right, so a person with fat genetics or whatever you want to say, a person who can gain weight,
It's in my genes.
They have an advantage. You know, if they go ahead and put on some muscle, they're gonna always have size. So people gonna always say, "Oh, he's on steroids. He's not natural, but he gains weight easily. So he's gonna put on muscle fast, right? Somebody who's skinny, you know, of course, a person gonna say something like that, but you know, a lot more work than skinny guy. It's harder for a person who don't have those genetics to gain weight fast. Like it took me, damn near probably 5 years to start gaining weight.
So you're saying if you gain weight, the more by you gaining weight allows for you to be able to gain muscle a lot better and easier?
Yeah.
Really?
Hell yeah. You see some people, man, they just strong for no reason.
Yeah.
That's genetics, man.
Okay.
Bad, bro. Yeah, man, it's all genetics, man. They got some people that you got to train. You got to lift weights every day to get strong. They got some people who just go up in there and just
snatch it up.
Yeah. You know.
So you get sick if you don't go to the gym. Like if you don't get to work out, it's like it starts bothering you.
I took a week off. Like just this past week, I took 5 days off. Man, I feel like my life is over. I need the weights. I need the iron.
Feel like you shouldn't even go back up in there.
I was in there actually last night. Had the hardest workout of my life.
Hardest of your life?
Hardest workout of my life.
That sounds like a stretch.
Yeah.
But it's like but you do a good job at motivating yourself though. Like listen. You do a good job at motivating yourself and getting there and work out yourself. I tried to work out with you one time. You wouldn't let me work out with you. You like working out alone, don't you?
Yeah, most of the time, yeah.
Slow. Is it people gonna slow you down?
Nah, like I don't mind training people.
No,
right? People who I really care for. I don't really.
Damn,
I don't
care
mind.
for you.
I know.
No.
So,
See, all right. So hold on.
You ain't on my level. Get out of here,
Tim. Let's go ahead and hold up. Salim lives an hour away from us.
No,
right?
Okay.
Yeah, but Salim he goes to the damn gym early.
Mm-hmm.
We go to the gym late. You're a morning guy.
Listen to me, man.
You're an evening guy, right?
I don't remember what the situation was that time. I just try to get that work in. Because I'm not a good gym person. Like I need motivation when I'm in the gym.
Yeah.
So I'm the total opposite of you. I'll get bored in there. I like working out, but I don't like working out by myself.
See, here's the thing, right?
Why you got it? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right. Look. Salim, right? He got that strength where, you know, when it's come to fighting, he gets you on the ground, puts you in a chokehold. Yeah. You know?
But it's a difference, man. Like I said, I need certain strength in certain areas to keep staying in shape. You see what I'm saying? And I get lazy. Yeah. I've got a lazy strength, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but I want that good strength that keeps your cardio up, keeps your keeps you in shape, look good. I want that kind of. That's why I like to work out. So you need somebody to motivate you when you get in. That's for me. I need that.
You kind of got to be a little bit of a psychopath.
Yeah, you do.
Huh?
You really do.
Right. That's what I feel.
Yeah. Along the lines of it, yeah.
And I don't mean it in a harsh way, but you like people. You got to have a unique personality to go to the gym, show up every single day, and to work until you're about to die.
You're not hitting it like that.
Yeah.
Yes,
actually want to accomplish something. Yeah,
because they say like, all right, when you work out, you got on hoodies and stuff. Like you're trying to sweat that hoodie out.
Yeah,
you got a shirt on under the hoodie. You got to and I talk to him often. So I know you said when you're trying to flex or whatever, like for the ladies, you might put show the stringer, but for the most part, you got the hoodie on and you trying to sweat that bad boy out, right?
Man,
I want to be able to walk out the gym when I'm done working out.
My take on wear the hoodie in the gym is I don't really like too much attention in the gym.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought
a lot
of sweat. There's
some people, man. They love the attention or whatever. I passed that phase in my life.
Okay. So you wear the hoodie to cover yourself up.
Yeah, it's that's along the lines. Yeah. Some like nowadays
Must be nice.
people wear a hoodie to cover up what they don't have, and so and that's why I always tell people like, hey man, if you don't feel comfortable with yourself, just go ahead and cover up. Nobody ain't gonna know what you got underneath. Don't take it off though. Don't try to flex or nothing like that.
I want one of them shirt hoodies. You know the shirt hoodies. They got the hoodie on, but they got to show all the muscles with the cut off sleeves. You see those hoodies?
Nah,
I want to be able to rock one of those.
You can.
Really?
Why can't you?
Because the stomach is not. It's not gonna look right.
What stomach, bro?
You crazy, boy. If I pull this off right here, he gonna hate me, man.
Put it back on, Salute. Put it back
if I
on.
pull this out, that boy gonna hate me, man. He gonna stop the interview. Come on.
Hell yeah. 45 minutes of cardio every day, man.
45 minutes of cardio.
45 minutes. That's all I want to hear you. Yeah, you know what? We're going to keep a log.
Yeah. All right. Break it.
Hey, don't put no pressure on me, man. I only go by what the Lord in the universe is telling me. Are you going to the gym today, son? Lord, we go home and we're going to
go to sleep.
But I can tell you this one thing right now, man. When I helped you out a few days with the flatbed, man, I didn't want to go to the gym at all.
I know you didn't.
I'm going to tell you that right now.
Thank you for saying that.
But
flatbed dude. Yeah.
But I went. But that damn tarp though, man. Oh man, that's a different.
It's a certain type of strength you gotta certain type of shape you gotta be in for flatbed, and you ain't gotta be a cut up person. So you can have a gut, you can have a of course it's gonna get in the way a little bit, but you can still climb on top of loads and roll them tarps, unroll them, bow, and be out of there before somebody in your type of shape. Once you're in a flatbed shape, once you've been doing this type of stuff.
Well, let me tell you guys something. Let me tell y'all something.
Go ahead.
It seems like every time Tim need help on the flatbed, it's always after my damn leg day.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Tim.
Well,
thanks a lot, man.
If you went by my motto, no day is leg day.
I'm talking about, bro.
Legs is the worst, man.
It'll be a Tuesday afternoon, man. You're like, man,
got them chicken.
I need help. Like, damn, I just hit legs on motherfucking Monday.
You work out 7 days a week?
Hell no.
How many days?
I don't do that no more.
How many days a week?
Like, it's more like 5.
5 days a week, 2 days rest
or
days?
like 5, sometimes 4, ain't gonna lie.
Okay, cool. No, that's good.
Yeah.
I
cut that.
Let's talk about the meal prep, man. I mean, because we
meal prep.
You told me about
the
unseasoned chicken and the white rice.
No.
I just don't agree.
That's a personal thing.
I don't agree.
That's a personal thing.
That's your white side. Unseasoned chicken, bro.
Hell yeah. But okay. Nah, man. Nah. I would say this, man. All right, unseasoned food is just a personal choice for me, man. Right? Because back in the days, all right, when I was overly seasoning my food, making sure everything tastes. I'm talking about the rice. I used to make jambalaya. This is before I started like bodybuilding, when I was just eating to get big and I barely was growing. Mm-hmm. When I was eating like jambalaya every day, pasta, seasoning, I'm talking about to perfection.
Sounds delicious.
I had a stop in the morning where I eat my food. Mm-hmm. I had a stop in the morning where I took my number 2s.
Mm-hmm.
Often.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right? Often.
Mm-hmm.
But after I stopped seasoning my food, that stop was eliminated. So that's why I started cleaning up everything, man.
It was affecting your
Because bro, I'm talking about I would put bell peppers, a lot of pepper, cayenne pepper, salt, all that. I would put all that stuff on my food, man. I don't do that shit no more.
It was affecting you in a bad way?
Don't get me wrong. No, I still love some good seasoning on my food. But it's just not when I'm at work.
Okay.
Like, my food for bodybuilding is for bodybuilding, right? But that's not for enjoyment, you know? So it got a purpose. So everything got to serve a purpose.
Okay,
so
but the seasoning...
I just eat that for the muscle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just for the muscle.
But the seasoning is not caloric, high in calories. Outside of sauces and stuff like that, when we talk about seasonings don't add no calories to you, like salt, pepper.
Yeah, it really don't matter, but you know.
But you just prefer not to do it.
I prefer not to do it for that one reason. I don't want to go to the bathroom.
You don't have really the seasoning get you running like that, huh?
Yeah, man. I don't like to go to the bathroom, man.
I mean, as truckers, we gotta regulate. Well, let me ask you this: since you're the health guru today,
I'm not health guru.
No, I'm not trying to. I don't mean that in a condescending way or nothing like that. Maybe I do, but I recently went from like certain days of the week, I won't eat but one meal a day. You know, I might just, drink water, what they call it, intermittent fasting. And I might only eat like 2 o'clock and it's not super heavy. You know, it might be something with a vegetable, a carb, and a protein.
Is it working for you?
I mean, I dropped a couple pounds doing it.
If it's working for you, man, I'm not here to stay anyway.
I'm saying, what do you think about that?
Hey, if it's working for you.
Is that all you got to say?
That's all I got to say. If it's working for you.
Are you gaslighting me, Harrell?
Maybe. Nah, but yeah, if it's working for you, man, hey, shit.
All right, man. Because people want to know, dog. We got truckers going to be watching this interview.
If I did that, like I said, I started.
You would lose weight.
I would lose
quick
weight.
Because you're naturally
a skinny guy.
Yeah.
So I would lose weight quick.
Genetics.
Yeah, I would lose weight.
Genetics
quick.
has a lot to do with your.
Yeah.
And I'm asking, what do we need to think about when it comes to getting in shape? How seriously do we need to look at our genetics?
Man, pretty much seriously, man.
What if you don't know your mom or your daddy?
Well, it sucks in that it sucks in that area.
But dead serious, like don't they got places you go to and get blood tests and stuff like that kind of they can let you know a little bit about your genetics and stuff like that?
Yeah, you can do
that's
all
a real
that,
thing.
But shit, man, hey, I would just say get your ass in the damn gym, man. Figure out your own body.
But you can't just get in the gym, man. You got to have some guidance and you got to have somebody helping you out and showing you what to do. You get in there and you don't know what the hell you're doing. You're just wasting your damn time. So you need to get with a good fitness instructor or something to really guide you. And a lot of them are bullshit.
Can't nobody afford all that. That'd be a lot of money sometimes.
Well, I mean, you
can afford it.
No, I'm just talking about the actual, like,
to understand the personal trainers and stuff. Understand what you need to do, how you need to listen. I can tell you right now, we know how to get in shape. We know how to eat right. Yeah. This is like going through it. That's not the issue. The issue is the motivation. The issue is the discipline. Yeah. The issue is that damn, the ice cream and vanilla ice cream and apple pie keeps pulling you back in.
It's that need to reward yourself. It's like when you have, like, before you actually start a meal plan or like a hardcore diet, right? When you have access to it, it doesn't bother you at all, right? Like right now, you're not on a strict meal plan, right?
No.
So you don't care about no sweets right now, right? You don't care about it.
I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied right now.
You're satisfied. You don't care about all those things.
I'm good right now.
The fast food, because you have easy access to it. You can just go
whenever I want to.
Whenever you want to.
Right.
Then as soon as somebody say, all right, you have 8 weeks or you have 16 weeks.
All right. You're thinking about that stuff.
You can't have none of this.
Oh, now it's like, yeah.
You're like 2 weeks in, like, cool, I can do this. Yeah. 3 weeks, like, fuck.
Right.
Right. When I'm going to get a cheat meal.
Okay.
When's the next cheat meal coming? You ask for it. You're not ready for it yet. That's what happens when you hire somebody to take control of your journey into this, man. But
so that's the key. Hire somebody to kind of.
Yeah.
So how's that going to stop me from pulling up the Chick-fil-A?
Well, shit. If you're pulling up to Chick-fil-A normally 3 to 4 times a week, you can spend about $20 in Chick-fil-A.
You gonna spend 20?
Yeah. Easy. You got
a day.
Come on, man.
In a day.
What are you getting? Just one sandwich every time you go? You're gonna spend more than 20.
Well, I know myself personally. I get 2 meals.
I seen him grab 2 Whoppers.
2 large fry, 2 drinks.
Whoa.
Yeah, I eat for 2.
Watching
2 drinks.
Yeah,
listen,
eat for 2.
Watching Harrell eat is it's something that will change you. So we did a dude. We did like a guy's day out one day. We hit a bar or something. Harrell ordered like 2 entrees. I'm like, okay,
man.
All right, this dude,
One to go.
whatever. Okay,
look,
fine. So look. Then I'm like, all right, that was a fluke, right? I had a cookout last summer.
Oh shit!
From the moment he walked in to the moment he left, he never stopped eating, bro.
Damn,
never.
I'm talking about big plates.
Oh yeah.
Dude ate half of a damn bundt cake.
Oh yeah.
How many slices of bundt cake you ate that day?
Probably 2.
I never seen somebody take down as much food as he took down. Brisket, ribs, turkey. But he had 3. How many plates you had, Harrell?
Don't invite me to cookouts.
How many plates you had?
Don't invite no
So
bodybuilder.
he's like Professor Clump. in a damn in that body right there.
Yeah.
And when he finally, I guess, gets time to cut loose, boy, cut loose. He cut up.
How many calories you take in a day? What do you need to take in a day to maintain how many calories?
Man.
Tell me where you're at.
Anywhere like around 4,500. But
gosh.
when I'm actually on a plan. But right
That's
now,
not bad.
Right now I'm chilling, man.
I thought you were gonna say something like
I'm not really worried about nothing right now.
That sounds like a lot. 45.
45 is a lot.
But it all depends on the person, though.
Depending on the person. Like Michael, what's the swimmer name?
Phelps.
Yes. We can find a picture of him if sitting in front of his breakfast. I mean, this cat had a massive meal.
Wasn't he like 7 foot tall and ripped?
He was in shape. Like the way he trains and stuff like that burns a lot of calories, and he needs to add it. So is that kind of how you are? You burn a lot of calories.
Yeah. That's basically what it is, man.
And you got to put it back on, or you'll lose your muscle mass.
Hell yeah.
I've never seen nobody lift as heavy as weight as Harrell.
Oh, you throwing it up? What you?
Not even on the internet, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm dead serious.
What you
this
throwing
dude's
up right now?
Excuse my language. He's a freak of nature in
What
the
you
gym,
throwing up
bro.
right now? What's the best way to classify squatting? Is that the parameter we're using right now, or benching? What do you bench?
Well, that's for powerlifting, but they to keep track of all their numbers.
Right.
I don't keep track of that stuff.
I
keep track of my reps.
I worked out Harrell about a year or two ago, and he was like, "Yeah, add more plates." I'm like, "What?"
So
we already got 4 plates on there. You're like, "Yeah, add 2 more."
Oh, he did.
Now there was two Latina ladies across from us. That probably was his motivation, but I thought he was bullshitting.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Turned into the Hulk, like no cap, man. I ain't even trying to give him the big head. The nigga's strong, man. Excuse my language.
That's why you don't want to work out.
But I would say
that's why you don't want to work out. That's why you don't want nobody working out with you. I slow you down.
No, he's not gonna slow me down at all.
It pissed you off?
No.
That I had 1 plate on there?
No, it wouldn't. My goal would be to make you have the best workout of your life,
right?
And challenge you.
Okay.
Right? So if I see that you're doing bullshit with a 45 plate, I'm gonna add more weight.
I was in pain.
Yeah. So
I was in pain. Bro.
Like I know that you're strong, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna help with your form first, and then now we're gonna continue to go heavier and heavier and heavier.
That'd be a good show,
right?
we all pull up and see what.
I don't want to go.
I
don't want to go.
That'd be a good show. You can bring us in and
I don't want to do it again, man.
We record it and we see how that goes. That'd be a good show.
I was about to cry.
I hold the camera.
No,
I hold the camera. Bro.
No. We all gonna get in there, see how we work.
See how you work.
Yeah, the way I train is like, man, I always tell people, man, like my philosophy is like pound for pound, round for round, man.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, man, it's just crazy, man. Like with every movement, I don't just try to like every movement got to be the same, Mm-hmm. Everything got to be the same. If I can squat 400 pounds, then I wouldn't know it. Actually, we're going to have back up, all right? If I can squat 315 for a lot of reps, then I'm going to make sure I can do everything else with 315, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of people, they'll have imbalances. They'll be stronger on certain body parts. I always try to be, even throughout.
So if you can squat 400 pounds, you want to be able to bench 400 pounds.
At least 400 pounds, yeah. But if you can't bench 400, then you're all right.
It's a freaking nature type stuff, man.
At least 365 for some reps, man.
Who?
At least 365 for some damn reps.
Are you talking about you?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the average person.
I'm talking about me personally.
Okay,
right?
all right, yeah. You gotta make sure we're clear on that.
Because I can deadlift probably double that weight, and I could probably do some bend over barbell rows. I think the most I ever did was 405 for those shits, man. It was ugly, but I would never do it again.
Yeah.
I was just jerking everywhere. But 365 that's my sweet spot.
Okay.
I could do some rows with 365 easy,
So what's some of your long-term goals? Are you looking to like compete more? You're trying to take it to the highest levels, go travel the world? What were you?
Man, that was pretty much the reason why I stepped on stage last year, man, because I was like, man, let me go ahead and do this. Mm-hmm. I'm getting older now. I want to have something to look back on. You
competing again this year?
Possibly. Okay. Possibly.
What gets in the way?
Huh?
What's slowing you down?
Trucking.
Because I know at the beginning of the year, you're like, yeah, I'm doing another competition, man.
Yeah, I'm trucking, man.
Trucking?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Because you have to train for the event, or what you got to travel, or what is it?
Like right now, you know, I'm trying to get all these trailers and everything together.
Yeah.
You know, picking up new accounts here and there, trying to adjust to things. So sometimes you got to put, like, because bodybuilding and trucking both, they're both like, they're neck and neck, you know. They're both like, both of them are important in your life, you know, because you need the trucking, because that's how, you know, that's how I make my money.
Right.
So, but bodybuilding, I love that also. So at the same time, it's like, hey, I got to go ahead and put more intention here so that I can be better here, you know. So that's why I had to back off bodybuilding a little bit so I can elevate the business more. So now when the business is elevated, now I have more to pour into bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And elevate that as much. Because like when I was on prep, business did take a hit, you know.
When you was on what?
When I was on prep, bodybuilding
What
did
is
take a
that?
hit, right? I'm actually not bodybuilding. Business took a hit, right? Now, I'm going to tell you how it took a hit. And it take a hit in the bad side. It took a hit because, listen
Go
to
ahead,
this.
we listen.
Listen to this,
Mm-hmm.
right? I was too freaking motivated. My ambitions was like higher than anything. So, hey, look, when Yellow had the auctions, right?
Yep.
I was just buying everything. I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Talking about when Yellow went out of business and they were selling off all their equipment.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
You know, like I was like, oh man, I'm gonna do this and that, you know, with everything, you know.
And you was on prep during that time?
Yeah, I was on prep during that time.
What is prep for the people at home who don't know what prep is?
Oh, just getting ready for a show.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's not like
medication. Preparation.
Nothing like that.
It's a preparation thing.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, man.
But it had you like
it had me locked in everywhere
and stuff.
Had me locked in everywhere. I wanted to be better everywhere.
Okay, so you went ahead and you started doing some stuff you wouldn't ordinarily do.
Yeah,
like
but it was in a good way though.
Okay.
Long term it was in a good way, but at the same time, if I was pretty much mellow minded with everything in my life, I would have probably never took those risks. Yeah. So that's one thing about it.
You gotta be serious about it.
Oh yeah.
Serious.
So, but with that it had me, you know, pretty much at a different level in my head. Like I was like, man, you know what? Let me go ahead and do this. So I'm glad I actually did it though. Like I'm glad I actually did the show.
How many?
You know?
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I thought you were still talking about you glad you bought those trailers.
Oh yeah, I'm glad I bought those trailers, man.
How many trailers you buy from the Yellow auction?
Man. In all, I think it's like around 8 trailers.
What's the cheapest you paid for a Yellow trailer?
Man, the cheapest ones was $550.
Yeah.
Yeah. The most expensive one was like $2,000.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, there's fees and everything that goes on to it. So every trailer that was $500 was like probably $800 with all the fees.
Okay.
So they added probably like $200 worth of fees for everyone. But man, that was a lick.
So basically what you're telling us that
it's over now though. Y'all can't get none. If y'all missed out on it, you can't get none.
we can always buy them from people like you though.
Possibly. Yeah, but everybody's selling them at retail now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we know we got the hookup.
I need every one of them.
I believe you. But basically what you've been telling the audience over the last few minutes is it's a balance that you got to have when you're doing this fitness lifestyle and you're a business owner, you're trying to run a business. It's hard. Let me ask you this. Have you tried to follow up? Have you tried to monetize on the bodybuilding
I'm
side?
going to slow you down for a second, man.
Okay.
Like a lot of people necessarily they like to say you need balance, right? But there's no such thing as balance
when it comes to what
to body. Well, trying to
greatness.
Anything in your life.
When it comes to greatness,
there's
no balance when it comes to greatness.
I would say sacrifice.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta make sacrifices.
But because if you're balancing things, you're not going to sacrifice anything.
Yeah, you're not going to get the attention that type of attention you need to be great.
Yeah,
and that's why a lot of those people relationships fail if relationships fail, and they fail in other aspects, but they be great in one aspect.
It's when you start balancing things, right? When you balancing things out, right, you're letting things off.
Yeah, you have
right?
to.
You're letting things off. But when you're sacrificing, you're picking up everything.
Psychopath.
Yeah, you're picking up everything.
Are you psychoficing?
Psycho.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let's coin
You
that.
have
Let's
to.
coin that.
Psycho fight.
Yeah,
We-
like you're picking up
we're gonna
everything.
coin that before we release
every
this.
bit of the
Psychoficing.
load, everything that it takes to win, takes to get to your goals. You're taking up everything. You're making time for everything.
Yeah.
You know, we're not pushing things off. I'm like, this is not important. No, everything is important because everything that you're putting off is what makes you you.
Yeah.
You know, so you just can't just put things off because you could be putting off family time.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And people say that's balance. No, you have time. You have 24 hours in a day. Take an off day here and there, that's sacrifice.
I got you.
So, hell yeah.
I got you. Good advice, man.
Boy.
Do you plan on monetizing at all on the fitness side anytime soon?
Man, I wouldn't say monetizing, man, but I would say just pretty much just make an impact on people I know.
People you know?
Yeah, man.
But
I really don't care about being this big fitness celebrity or whatever. I don't care about it.
You don't have to be a celebrity to
why-
make money off of
The
it.
reason why I don't really care about it, I don't want to, put myself at a level think I'm better than other people.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's
That
what
don't mean-
happens. A lot of these people, they get to a certain level on Instagram, they think they're better than other people, but they'll walk into the same building as me, right? They'll walk into the same building as me, but I'll have 5 to 10 people saying hello to me, but they'll walk right past these wannabe, on Instagram, whatever, because they're doing it for different purposes. I get it, everybody make their money, whatever, do what you gotta do. But me myself, my biggest passion is trucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my biggest passion is that.
So those
Yeah, man.
Lot of-
I do bodybuilding and everything, but at the same time, I just do that. Sometimes I just help people out. I don't try to charge people for stuff. I'm not trying to make no money off of it. I don't care about all that. I can.
But
at
you
the
have
same
all
time, I
these
don't
years
care
of
for that. I
knowledge.
help people out, huh?
You have
Yeah.
all these years of knowledge and
Yeah.
just secrets and skill sets. Why wouldn't you maybe put together like
Put it all out there,
fitness
man.
plan or something?
Put it all out there into the world, man. Because the things that you want gonna come back to you.
Do you want?
know?
Listen. Do you
You know?
want any sponsorships? Would you like any sponsorships?
That would be great.
Okay,
But I'm not.
we gotta shop it. We gotta shop it.
Huh?
We gotta shop your brand around.
Yeah.
And that helps you, do what you really enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Maybe you can dive into it full time and then take the trucking down to more part time situation. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Oh no.
What?
Hell no.
Oh,
If I won the lottery today,
trucking,
Salim,
you still be
if I won the lottery today, Salim, I'll still get out there and get in the damn truck. every
okay.
day.
This dude crazy.
I
You
don't
know,
care.
He done lost
Hey,
his
man.
damn mind.
You know-
dog.
Hey,
Hell
look.
wrong
You
with
really
him.
was.
Listen to me, man. All right,
You just love it that much, huh?
bro. It'll be that little voice in my head gonna say, "You're gonna be a fat piece of shit."
No. If you don't get out of the truck,
No, if you just get comfortable, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you said you wouldn't give up trucking.
I would not
if
give
you
up
wanted.
trucking at all. No, man. For nothing in the world, man.
All right.
Yeah,
It's that real.
Yeah, it's just that real, man.
You don't love fitness more than you love trucking.
You love trucking more than fitness.
They're both.
If you could just be in the gym every day teaching people how to
Yeah,
Get
gym owner
ripped.
maybe.
gym owner,
No, man. None of that. No.
you got to be staring out the window, holding the steering wheel.
Not holding the steering wheel, but growing the business. Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
I'm not gonna be nobody's personal trainer.
You got any pictures that you could share with us of like you as a kid drawing pictures of trucks and stuff? You got something you can send over for the
You got a
podcast?
grown man driving trucks. You got pictures of a grown man driving.
Nah, because Harrell told me that
Sleep,
when
bro.
he was a kid, that all he used to do was draw trucks all day, every day.
All day.
Stare out the window.
All
at
day,
school.
every day, man.
Stare out the window
all
like
day, every
he was
day.
born for this.
Born for it, bro. That's what I'm saying. Never give it up, man.
How does it make you feel that trucking is coming to the end as we knew it for the last 20 years?
It's coming to an end, man.
How does that make you feel?
It's not coming to an end, man.
As we knew it as the last 20 years, we're having automated trucks come in, right? We got AI. We got all this tracking.
You believe in the automated truck stuff, man?
Excuse me.
You believe in that?
It's
No,
reality.
it's already happening, bro. In Arizona and certain states on the West Coast, they got trucks hauling loads to distribution facilities and stuff.
Yeah.
Not just that, we got AI. I got cameras in my
If you
truck right now that give me alerts when my driver hits a curb too fast.
Yeah.
Sometimes I look at my phone like I should fire this mother lover right now.
I would
That's
say
AI.
I would say this, man.
Yeah.
Right. If you pay attention to trucking, you know trucking, right? All right. It's a regional thing, right? In the West Coast, they don't operate how we do in the East Coast, right? In the North, they don't operate how we do in the South,
Mhm.
So everything is different. So when you look at those automated trucks, they're gonna be using those a lot in the West Coast because in between cities is a lot of space, right? So they can use those trucks to run those high miles, right? They can't do that here in the South because everything is close together. So that's the reason why I really don't believe in it.
Yeah.
We don't. Well, us in the South, we don't have nothing to worry about.
Not now.
Huh? Ever. We don't have. We will be dead and gone by the time we got things to worry about.
Well, I don't think we have nothing to worry about.
we'll be out of the picture.
Listen, if you could take away 10%, 5%, if they could take over 5% of the market with the electric truck, that's huge, man. That hurts us.
They're trying, but
That hurts us.
like I said, if you live on the West Coast, if you live in Arizona, something like that, and your trucker out there, then you got something to worry about. Texas,
For now.
If you're running, those lanes, you got something to worry about. But
So
other
a
than
distribution
that,
center, let's say, is in on Savannah Coast, which they're making it the second largest port.
yeah,
Okay, in the East Coast, and you're running to the Atlanta, which is always like 2.5 hour drive, 16 to 75 northbound,
yeah,
About 4 hours.
about 4 hours, right?
yeah. that
Easy straight haul, and you run that lane back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, automatic,
run that, man.
and you do that at nighttime.
Yeah,
Like the automated truck gets that done easily.
Especially with the highway they're trying to build. Ain't they trying to build?
Yeah, they're
a new
modifying the
highway?
highways for this
Straight
stuff.
for
That's what
trucks
they're
or
doing.
something like that.
They're doing something like that. So it makes it easy to say, scenario here: load that truck up at the port, shoot it on up straight up. And it probably makes the most sense to do it at nighttime anyway. Less traffic. Run it on up 16, run it up 75. Stop somewhere. Let's say it stops right there in McDonough, right? You got somebody just running from McDonough to the ports, to the separate warehouses and around the Metro Atlanta area. Makes it easy, and then they return stuff back south. That cuts out jobs.
it actually does,
and it makes it easy.
It makes everything easy. But this is where I always come in at, right, with it. The theory side of everything sounds good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we all know as drivers, man, that these motorists don't care about trucks at all. So here you got this automated truck coming down the highway, right? Cars, like traffic is coming to a stop, 4 cars jumping away. You think the automated truck gonna be able to stop without killing like all those people?
I mean,
There's gonna be a lot of people dead before they actually get this stuff how they wanted to get.
It's
go,
sensors.
Man.
They're built off sensors and GPS.
But man,
I mean, they're
there's
working
gonna be a
on it.
lot of dead people on the road.
Because I know you.
It's gonna be a lot.
Everybody got their opinion on it.
That's the thing I'm worried about, man. There's gonna be a lot of bro.
They're still working on it. Listen,
Yeah.
there's a I've seen a report, right, where there's with these computers they work on GPS cameras, satellites,
I see it all.
sensors, and everything, right?
Yeah.
So it was a big dome that had a camera on it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It needed a camera to stay clear, and a bird pooped on it. And it blocked the signal, which caused problems.
Really?
Yeah, to shut it down, or I don't know if it caused the accident. I can't remember. I got to look the story back up. Something like that. No one could have predicted that would happen.
Yeah.
So now, it's these little things. There's probably a million of these kind of scenarios that could pop up. That
Thunderstorm outside.
Yeah, it could be a lot of things. So
away.
they're really working through that. So it's a lot, because I mean the liability is going to be extremely high for these type of new issues, and but it takes away the human element. Driver that's on drugs, driver falling asleep. It could take away those types of that element. So it's a trade off.
Yeah, that's the idea I see behind it, man. It's just like they'll utilize it on the turnpikes. If you don't know, if people don't know what turnpikes are, there's interstates that designated for large combinations like your turnpike doubles and triples, right?
Mhm.
Like on those highways, they have different drop yards, right? So they'll probably just use those vehicles on those type of highways, and they'll set up like drop points, and that's when you're gonna have your little drivers that's going back and forth. You can get the trailers and shuttle them. You're not gonna make much money doing that, but hey, it's almost always be opportunity out there for drivers.
Okay.
Yeah, man. That's what I see them doing with it, man. That's the only thing that's gonna really work. Yeah, man.
So let's get back on the fitness tip real quick.
Yeah,
So
because Tim don't want to be a. You say I got fat phobia, man.
you do, but let's just talk about this real quick, man. Last year you did a competition. You went through a lot of stress, a lot of strife, and
Yeah, man.
you said that you want to do this thing again, like you want to put yourself through that again. It's torture, man. Why do you keep putting yourself through this? You putting your body through this, and is it healthy in the long run?
Like
Explain the process for the people.
I would do it again
Because I know, because I mean, essentially, you're having to bulk up, right? Then you have to thin down, and you have to count calories, and essentially, like, I mean, there's been people who've like had seizures, that people done died from this type of process.
Yeah.
Can you explain it? Yeah, there's people died from like this type of preparing for shows.
It's about following protocols, man. Just you like you gotta adjust your life to it, and you gotta do your research and have a pretty good coach, solid coach, man.
Why would you put yourself through this if you're not trying to monetize though from it?
Dang, what the?
Yeah, that's a good
Multi-level,
question.
huh?
It's a good question, man. What makes you tick, man?
What's that?
If you're not trying to make no money off of it, why are you putting yourself through it?
Oh no, that like doing the
It's just
bodybuilding
fun
show.
for you. It's just fun for you.
Me. It's just for me. But like from that show, I only did that show for like
Just see if you can pull it off.
just to see if I could do it.
But that was your second show. You've done it before.
That was my first show in over dang on 10 years. I had stopped competing and thinking about doing anything. Man.
And you pulled up and said, what you get? First place, second place?
Nah, first.
You got first place?
Yeah, first in my class. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Overall, it really don't matter, man. Like that's just it is what it is.
Is that a fact, Harrell?
Yeah,
Is that a fact?
that's a fact.
Overall and all that?
Ain't all that.
When
I sat behind your coach and he had a shirt on and it said overall or nothing. That was
you're
your
not
coach.
first, you last.
That was your coach that had that.
It was. That was, man. But
I was disappointed.
I'm just speaking for myself.
Okay.
Myself.
All right,
for myself.
Trying to make yourself feel better
Nah,
about
for myself, right?
Because you got robbed.
You can say, like, if my goal is to turn pro, right? And I look at the person who, the judges, they had their own, they had their own people who they wanted to win,
Yeah.
They had the look they was looking for, right?
Yeah.
And it happened to not be me, right? But that's
I can agree with that.
That's a story for another day,
I
right?
can agree with that. I was there. I was there.
We could dive into that, right? But at the same time,
not
right?
that day. We don't have the time.
We don't. But at the same time, right? If I look at myself and like I won the show or whatever, but if I look at myself and I say I have a potential pro physique, right? And I look at the guy who won the overall, I'm like, all right, cool. He's a local show overall winner, and that's all he's gonna be. Right, he could do any local show and win overall. Cool, but that's not my goal. Like I know I can turn pro and I could win on the pro show. Like that's
You know that?
I know that.
Is there good money in that stuff?
Man,
Not really.
Not really.
Okay.
Like the real life behind bodybuilding, man. You invest a lot into this shit, man. So it's like
it's like the
you
car.
gotta have man.
Think about cars. Like it's like cars. Like the guys drop hundreds of thousands of dollars in that stuff, but then they go win a $10,000.
You mean a $10 trophy?
Yeah.
Huh?
That wasn't like a $10 trophy.
No, like prize money. Like them guys that go
for car shows.
Yeah, man, $100,000. They get all kind of money in their cars, and the
There's no
prize money
prize
be
money
like
in
$5,000, $10,000.
As an amateur,
Any kind of like no car shows paying that kind of crazy money.
I didn't know car shows paid money.
There's car shows and they got cash prizes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, maybe a little $100 trophy and
Yeah.
$5,000, but they got hundred thousands of dollars in their damn car.
Got you.
What's the percentage of body fat are you at right now?
I don't even know, man.
But what is when you compete? Where you get down to?
I didn't even check. I actually should have did my BMI, man. I should be fine.
What's the general thing body fat that guys get to when they're like that?
Man, under 10. I'm under 10%, really.
Under 10, like 8%.
But I know I was nowhere near.
Oh,
near
okay.
there. Like my prep was bad, right? It was good, but then it was bad towards the end.
You probably been hard on yourself.
No,
So
it was bad towards the end because remember I said, that ambition side of you, it kicks in. So I had a guy that hit me up and they had some warehouse booths going. I should have said no, but I said yeah. And it was pretty much supposed to stop 2 weeks before the show, and my peak week before the show was supposed to be nothing. But since we did a good job on it, they wanted to keep us on it for the remaining, couple of weeks. And that pretty much had my peak week. I was waking up at 2:00 in the morning. And you're not supposed to be doing that on peak week because you're trying to cut water and all this. You're supposed to be focused on cardio, less stress. Man, I had took pictures like 2 weeks before, and the week before my show, I spilled over with water and all that, man.
What does that mean? You spilled over with water?
I wasn't as hard as I was supposed to look.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just messed up my look.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
I wasn't able to pull in the condition in my legs like I was
So-
supposed to. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Listen,
So
man,
it was bad, but I
did a
still
little.
won.
I've never grew up doing this kind of stuff. Like I did a little bit of competitions, jiu-jitsu, and play with cutting weight a little bit. The small training I did and prep was miserable.
Yeah.
I can imagine what people do like that. Cutting weight, cutting water.
Yeah, you gotta have the time for that, man.
Dude, that junk is miserable.
And trying to run the trucking business.
and try to
the
do
truck,
anything else in life. Yes,
and
anything else in
do-
life.
And yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot.
No wonder did your mood change a lot?
Oh hell
Were
yeah.
you
I was up all
punching
night.
holes in walls and ripping
no
stuff
sleep.
up and angry?
Yeah, I would pretty much get home, go to the gym, do my cardio, get
No
that last
life.
meal in.
You can't have no
3-4
healthy relationship
hours
like
of sleep.
that.
Was
You
it?
can't have no healthy relationship with no female like that.
Well, you can.
If she's into the same kind of stuff,
She has to be 100% into the same
she
lifestyle.
got to be the
as you.
same kind of stuff
You know?
you're into.
Like,
Is that something that you desire to have, or something you have right now when it comes to relationships?
I mean, I'm blessed to have that right now.
Oh, okay. Do tell,
So,
my brother.
Yeah,
Do
I mean,
tell.
Hey, of course.
Yeah.
So.
So your girl, you're basically saying right now your girl is a bodybuilder.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got a fit chick?
Yeah.
You got a
yeah,
fit
she a
chick?
bodybuilder.
Hey, you got a fit chick.
Hell yeah.
So what does that relationship look like? Are
Oh,
do y'all get on each other? Like how tighten up on your legs today? But do y'all look each other up and down?
It's
How does that-
good, man. It's good.
Okay.
It's definitely good because
Y'all meal prep good. The food in the house is good. That kind of stuff. You're working out together.
it keeps you on your
Keeps you on
toes.
point.
Man.
That's
Keep
a
you
good
up.
thing.
Who's less disciplined when it comes to food, you or her?
Me right now.
Okay.
Me right now.
Good job. Never throw your girl under the bus.
Nah,
Good job. Good job.
nah, shit. Nah, man.
That's what's up. So this is something that you've been longing for, or have you dated other like gym chicks? Because
Man,
usually it's
fast,
opposites
man.
attract. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A dude like you usually got like a real skinny chick or a fat chick.
But like I said, if
It's
that
true.
person in your life is okay with what you're pursuing in your life, and they're supporting you, I don't see no problem with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, somebody got to support somebody. You can't be selfish as hell. Like you got to pick up the phone and record somebody, take these pictures.
Yeah.
You got to be willing to do that. You can't be on the side of you don't like somebody getting attention, dressed in a certain type of way and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
That shit shouldn't bother you at all.
Yeah.
It comes with it. Come with the territory, man.
That's what's up, man.
No.
Any final words you want to give to truckers out there who just like got every excuse in the world not to join the gym? Like, hey, it's a Planet Fitness by me, but
Bro.
they ain't got no real weights, you know.
I would say this, man. Planet Fitness is probably the only thing you could do as a truck driver, man.
Because
They open 24 hours.
Okay.
They everywhere.
Okay.
They got enough room in the parking lots.
Uh-huh.
You know.
So look, what if somebody wanted to, pay you to meal prep,
Yeah. Well, you know,
coach? They want to meet you at least
all
twice
depends
a week,
on-
at least twice a month.
lifestyle, whatever.
All that.
Yeah.
They can reach out. They can
Yeah.
hit you up and do that.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, look.
Especially all you truckers out there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just want to see
Truckers only.
Nah, man.
Anybody?
Anybody.
All
Anybody can get it.
That's a bet. What if they ain't got the money?
Everybody always have the money for it.
Okay.
I'll put you. Look, I'll put you in the corner when it comes to that, man.
Okay. We really appreciate you coming on the show, man. Motivating the people, letting folks know that it is possible to do both, run a successful business, or to just be a busy trucker working what you say, about 12, 14 hours a day, and get in the gym.
Yes, sir.
You know, so we appreciate you letting folks know. And it's been another episode of the Slack Adjusters. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And leave a comment below for Harrell. Let them know what y'all think. Let them know if y'all got any questions. That's it for today, man.